Mali and Zambia will open the 2025 African Cup of Nations campaign today at the Stade Mohammed V in Casablanca. With both teams, they are chasing an early advantage in Group A. Mali arrived with a strong squad and are targeting a positive sharp as they seek that end to that long-awaited crown, the continental crown. Coach Saintfiet, he said his side is focused on securing the 3-point while respecting a dangerous opponent in the person of Zambia. Zambia also their head coach, he's fixed on the fixture and he's got this confidence as coach Musa believes his players are fit, prepared and are ready to compete, while captain Fashion Sakala, he stressed that the team's tactical and mental readiness is 100%. The match max, the only second African Cup of Nations meeting between both sides as Zambia won the previous encounter 4-0 in 1994 semi-final. Let's see if we can bring in a Zambian guest right now, test the polls of the journalists and see how they are prepared ahead of this encounter. We've got Lucky Mwewa, who is a sport journalist from Lusaka, Zambia. Thank you so much, Lucky, for joining me on the show today.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be here. And of course,
it's great to have you. We have Favor and Damiloju in here, and Favor is the co-anchor. I'm Lucky. Zambia had a historic win over Mali in 1994, but they say, I get time before, no be property. I'm sure you have a Nigerian friend that has used that before. Lucky, how much do you think the past result influences that of the now, the mindset of today?
Oh, yeah. I think most of it would have been nice if some of the players that were part of that beating of Mali in the 1994 were part of the technical bench. But nonetheless, I think it's about preserving, of course, the respect that Zambia's earned over the years participating in the in the Africa Cup of Nations, so to speak. In the last few months, we've seen Zambia, of course, decline in their performances, especially this year. But of course, that respect that Zambia commands in terms of the Africa Cup of Nations, 1994, quite a long time. We went on to finish second in that Nations Cup. But of course, after that, yes, there were also other semi-final positions that Zambia also managed to get. So the history itself, I think, yeah, on the Africa Cup of Nations, it's on the side of Zambia. But in the most recent, I think we've seen that the Mali national team has improved a lot compared to the Zambian team. If you look at our last meeting with them, they definitely gave us a 1-0 beating, which for me, I think shows the progress that they've made. So all in all, I think past results may not reflect what could happen today. But when it comes to this tournament, yes, Zambia may say we do have the history to protect, and we do have this respect that we command. I think the now is more important than what happened in 1994.
All right, Lucky, thank you very much for joining. Let's talk about the coach of Zambia. I mean, Moses, he will finally get the opportunity to be on the bench after he missed his debut. I mean, a lot of persons have been talking about since Abraham Grant left the side, what will be of the Zambian team going into this game with the coach returning? How much of a boost is his return to the Zambian side? Considering that the team Zambia is coming up against, they had quite an interesting outing in the last AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, what should we expect? Zambia have not been the very best from what we saw when they won the AFCON in 2012.
Yeah, true to that. And of course, I'm still in search of a first win from open play since 2012 when we beat Ghana by goal to 0 to qualify to the final of that tournament. And we went on to win on post-match penalties. Since then, the best result that Zambia has managed to pick has been a draw since the time we beat Ghana, which is quite unfortunate for a big team, a powerhouse like Zambia. So for me, I think it's down to the players and of course what Coach Moses Sichone has been putting in them. Is a respected figure. It's good that he's back. He's going to sit on that bench. And I'm saying he's a respected figure because of his playing days in Germany, along with Andrew Sinkalo, the assistant coach, to Moses Sichone. These guys are really respected because they spent most of their time in Europe since they played at the Under-20 World Cup. They never looked back. They kept on improving. And of course, they were signed from Changa. They went there. So Moses carries that respect. In terms of his approach, he's a no-nonsense coach. He's a guy who wants the players to do what he wants. He pushes them. But of course, at the same time, he's a guy who has embraced the team with a new look squad, and of course, mainly coming from the MTN Super League, our local league. For the first time, I think, in a long while, we have more players that are playing in the local league compared to those that are playing in the diaspora abroad or outside Zambia. So it's quite an interesting rebuild that is having. So all in all, I think the focus has been on rebuilding, and if they can get anything along the way, we've seen the confidence that he has really shown in the last few days. He wants to get something. He wants to make a name for himself. This will be his first ever major assignment for the national team. Yes, he's been with the local team previously at these. In the regional tournament, he managed to win the 2022 COSAFA tournament in South Africa. By then, obviously, Avram Grant had the hand. He had to fly into South Africa after he had lost the first game. He came in, he was sitting away from the bench, though, helping Moses Sichone to take charge of this team, or the local team. But he's been in that position, but not for a major tournament. And obviously, the bench is one of those that's respected. You look at Kennedy Mwewa, the goalkeeper coach, is a respected figure in Zambia. But hopefully, it's going to be to translate on performances.
All right, Lucky, we wish Zambia all the best. May your name go with them to Morocco. And I'm hoping that they can get this one ahead of Mali. But they say, if Zambia is praying to open this tournament with a win, what God do you think Mali is praying to? Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We appreciate you. All the best to your team, and may the best win for the day.